Just when you thought it was safe to go back on Facebook, and I appear. You pieces of shit, some of you. You think I'm going to stay quiet for long? You think that I'm not going to go on YouTube and make a vid or two? Because what I've created in the last few weeks, you're going to be surprised. And be prepared. This is my time. This is my era. I'm at the pinnacle. Where are you guys? Still stranded at the bottom of the mountain trying to climb your way up to succeed in life. It doesn't matter who, when, or where. I'm Andre Villani. I am a self-made millionaire. I am a property owner. I have no mortgage. I'm at the highest point of my life, and I couldn't go any further up. So what you've got to understand is I'm not going to stand here and let anyone bring me down to their level. And you guys, I'm up here. You're down there. You're beneath me. I don't need any of you at the end of the day. I don't need some stupid girl using me for my money or a place to stay. I don't need someone ruining my life and my family's life. I'm okay by myself. I'm fine with what I have. I don't have money problems. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't need that in life because I'm better than that. It's you people that live your little pathetic lives and think that you're good because you get fucked up every week or every day for that matter. And then you complain, where's all your money going? I've dated a lot of people in my life that have been shit. And I've been the one that comes out the winner at the end of it. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm always going to win. Why? The winner has the last laugh. The winner smiles always. And you can't wipe the smile from my face because, after what I've been through, it's been absolutely disgusting this year. And no one should go through what I've been through. But I'm better than everyone. I'm better than everyone on my Facebook. I'm better than most guys. I'm a good catch. I am good looking. I'm not even near my 40s yet. And look at me, I'm fucking good for my age. Not bad for a guy poking near 40s. Not bad for a guy that is a property owner. How many people can say that at their age? You are the ones that have to come up to my level. You are the ones that have to make me want to be with you. You're not worth it. None of yous are. All you do, most of you girls, the pretty ones, all you do is think about your looks and, where that's going to get you. For me, I don't have to worry about my looks. I don't have to worry about where my goals are. You see, I've done everything I want in life. And this bloody thing is not going on straight. That's better. Yeah, fucking hell. Oh, there we go. At the end of the day, I've achieved everything I want in life. I don't need friends. I don't need family. I don't need anybody. Because where were you pieces of shit through this bad time? So-called friends of mine on Facebook. You're calling yourself best friends, but you never make any effort to contact me. I had a few people kiss my fucking ass and suck up to me. And I've gotten rid of them. Didn't even think twice. They may be upset, they may be crying, but I don't care. I love nobody. I care about nobody but my parents. Everyone's pieces of shit in my book. Everyone can go to hell. Because I've done so well for myself in life to where I've come. I've been in a job where I was, me and others were always made to feel like shit. Bullied, picked on. And at the end of the day, it's me that's come out better off. people say horrible stuff about me. They make up lies and stuff, but it's like, you want to know the truth? You just fucking ask me. Because the people that lie about me don't even know me. Maybe they've dated me for a couple of months or weeks. They don't know me. And you want to take their word over mine? Someone that doesn't hold back, someone that tells the truth. I've never been one to lie or hide anything because I just come out on Facebook or YouTube and say what's on my mind. I don't sugarcoat things because I don't need to. You guys have seen what's happened to me, not just this year, but the last couple of years since my beautiful ex of 6 years and me separated, you know. The only two women in my life from my whole life that have meant anything to me and still mean the world to me is my first love and my ex of 6 years. And you will learn this in the videos to come. This will be the first video you'll see on Facebook. Just a quick introduction video. Once this video goes on Facebook, then I'll release all the others. Because I've done a lot of work in this time. And you can see that this is starting to grow. Shaving this off every day. I'm starting to maintain my looks and my body. I'm starting to make people think, fuck, you know, this guy's the guy that I should be with. Someone that's not going to put up with shit. Someone that's going to fight for a relationship. Not give up. Someone that's affectionate, loving, kind, caring, faithful, honest. And that's what I am. But if you want to go out with me or even be friends with me, come up to my level. Or make sure you want to be in my life. Because I have no time for people. I can cut people off like that. Even my parents were shocked, like, oh, you know, why aren't you talking to da-da-da? I'm like, because I don't want to. I don't need to. I don't need these people in my life to, you know, control me. I'm very content with what I have in life, and I'm very content of who I have in it. I don't need the person I've been hooking up with since I've been in jail. I don't need the two people that posted on my Facebook telling everyone what's going on about me. Because I don't trust them either. I used to say that no, on someone else's side. I said to my parents, I said tonight, I don't trust anybody. I don't need to trust people because trust gets you nowhere. It is currently June the 29th, 11:51 p.m. I don't trust people after everything that's happened. And friends are not friends when they're not there for you in your time of need. See, I've got more friends if I want. I could hook up when I want. I could have sex when I want. I don't give a shit about that. I'm more focused on bettering myself. Because I am better than most people. Because I'm very proud of where I've come to in my life and what I have. How many people can say they fully outrun their own house with no mortgage? Not many people even older than me can say that. And I didn't get a handout from my family or parents. I had to earn everything myself. I didn't, you know, be in a relationship with someone and me and them, you know, built what I have. I did it all on my own. You know, at the end of the day, my achievements is amazing in poker, where I can say this venue, this venue, this venue, number one, number one, number one, number one. Number ones follow me everywhere I go. Just to name a few, I could start off with the Bremen, the Paradise, the Glind, the Arkabar, the Royal. That's just to name a few number ones. The Paynham. I go to a venue, I set myself a goal, and I become number one at that venue. And I would have had another number one at the Modbury Hotel, but I didn't play all the games. But if I did, I would have been number one at that venue too. I've won over 25 tournaments in my life on the night. I've won over 10,000 cash and prizes. Not bad for a little poker player that taught himself how to play. I go to the casino every now and again. I'm still on the green. How many people can say that? You know, most people, when they go to the casino, they gamble and gamble. They fall into the red by thousands, hundreds. I'm still technically in the green. Even though I've lost a couple hundred at Sydney Casino, I did really well at the Melbourne casino. I made up there, and the Adelaide casino, I'm very good at that. So I've achieved a lot. The only thing I haven't achieved in my life right now is the right person, the right woman to call my beautiful wife. There's no one been close to that in the last 2 years. There's no one been close. You know, my ex of 6 years and my first love are the only two people that I ever take back or ever want in my life, to be honest, because none of them compare to the generosity that those two provided. I only ever loved those two people in my whole life. I never loved anybody else because what was the point? I knew that relationships wouldn't work. I knew dating certain people wouldn't work. So I played a game with all of them. I made them feel like that I loved them when I didn't. I made them feel special when I didn't. You don't think for 1 second, I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the day when it comes to these users. Please. I knew it for a whole year. I knew it, recently, like I knew that I didn't want to be with certain people, because I knew that they're not worthy of being in my family and they're not worthy of being in my life. I don't go out with druggies. I don't want to be with any girl that does drugs. I want to be with someone that's actually decent, drug-free, doesn't smoke, not a single mother, because it seems to be the single mothers that get me in trouble most of the time because they want a handout. They don't want to earn themselves. And I know this is going to piss off a lot of people on Facebook and YouTube, but I don't really give a fuck. I am who I am. I'm better than every single person. I'm 100% better than the guys that are on my Facebook and the guys that the girls know on my Facebook. I don't need to chase anyone. People should be chasing me. They should be trying to be like, oh, fuck, that guy's really got his head straight. He knows what he wants in life. Yeah, like I said, by the end of the year, I just want to get a job and buy another house. And then we'll get more hours, and then buy another one. I'm not going to fucking stop. I don't need someone hold me back. I'm enjoying the fact that I can go and watch whatever I want, play whatever I want. Hey, I guess, not having internet and, being on home detention sucks. Yeah, it does. But it's teach me a lot. It's given me time to just look out for myself and be there for myself, I don't really care at the end of the day. Like, I could ring up someone right now, and within 5 minutes, I could break them to tears. So in my vids that you will see posted, I talk about how I have alter egos so that I could tag in for certain moments. If I want to break someone to tears, I'll bring back the Heartbreak Kid. If I want to go psychotic on someone, I'll just bring back the Joker Kid. And if I really want to scare someone, I bring out my inner demon. But I know how to control them now. I know how to tag them in and tag them out at any time. I could pick up that phone right now and I promise you that I could break someone to tears within five minutes, we'll say. I know how to say hurtful things. I know how to make people cry. And some people deserve it sometimes. You can't just go through life, and I'm saying this to everybody, letting people walk all over you and step on you. You should be the one stepping on people's necks. You should be the ones that are, doing all the damage. Not let people ruin you and your life and your family's life. Don't let people control you. You're an adult at the end of the day. No adult should tell you what you can and can't do, who you can and can't see, who you can and can't date. You want what you want and you take it. And you don't stop until you get what you want. There's nothing I want right now. Except for my ex of 6 years to hopefully still be happy and have everything she ever wants in life. My first love, back when I was 19, for her to be happy. My mum and dad to look after each other. And that's it. I don't care about other people now. Because other people are just going to stab me in the back at the end of the day. And the ones that were supposedly being my friend since all this has happened, I don't trust them anymore. There's something that's, I've been noticing, and they think I'm dumb, but I'm not dumb. For 1 second, I don't think they're on my side. They may disagree and be like, we've been there for you, we care about you, we say we love you. Words don't mean shit. It's how you express those words. Words in a text does not mean shit. Words in an email does not mean shit. Even saying I love you over the phone, it helps, but when you're face to face with someone and you think you're losing them, that's when you say I love you. You say the words when it counts the most. And unfortunately with these women, I don't think they can understand the whole concept of love. A lot of people don't actually. Let's just check something. See, I don't think that anybody at this present time, including my own family, loves me. And I don't care. I honestly don't care. Because they're going to get old, all of them. And unfortunately, unless something drastically happens to me, unfortunately, I'll be the last one standing in this family. Where everyone perishes around me and dies. You think I want that? You think I want to live knowing that I'll be all alone someday? Like I am now? The inevitable is the inevitable at the end of the day. I know I'll lose the shit when my parents go. I know that. I know every day that... Let's check something. I know with every day that comes past when it's closer to that court date, I know that my life changes straight after that date. Up until this recording, there's nothing to worry about. But things can change. The reason why I'm going to make this the first vid on Facebook, why people are watching this video when it first comes out, there'll be 30 odd vids getting uploaded to YouTube at the same time. They won't be public straight away. The reason for it is because I want people to know that I'm not okay. I'm fucked off. I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm disappointed. And half it's not even got to do with what's happened. It's just the so-called friends in my life that have, been who they are at the end of the day. Like, I am sick and tired of fake-ass people. I'm sick of buying a heater that fucking doesn't work. Like, this has got to be like the third one. Like, the other two, it'd get like really hot around the edges, and they took that back. And this one here, they only just bought today. It says in this room it's supposed to be 35 degrees the temperature. It don't feel like 35 fucking degrees. That's lying. That is not 35. I don't even know how that says that's 35. To me, it feels like maybe 15, 16. It doesn't, it's cold. So I don't know what maybe that heater is about 35, because like it was on 20 something before. But I'm very happy being alone right now, and I blocked all the numbers on my phone so no one could text me. I blocked all the numbers on my phone so no one could ring me. Because I don't need them. I don't need Millie. Because I don't trust her. I don't trust the other girl. Because I think at the end of the day, it was just, a game to all of them. So, it's nasty, I know. But, tough luck. Because I'm not going to listen to people sucking ass, kissing my ass, sucking my dick at the end of the day. I'll be fine on my own. I don't need anybody. Because the less people you have in your life, the less dramas, the less problems, the less you've got to deal with. And I know that once this vid goes live, People on Facebook are going to have a go at me. You're fucking crude. You're fucking disgusting. You're horrible. So, what makes me different to you, the one that's commenting? What makes you so special? Are you perfect? You don't have arguments in your relationship? You're not a nasty person yourself? Please. No one can look at the mirror and be like they're perfect, because no one's fucking perfect in this world. You're all disgraceful. You know it. You know you're racist. You know you're angry at stupid things sometimes. You may say, oh, but I'm your friend. I've been there for you. Where were you when I needed you? Through this time that I'm going through. I don't see your messages, well, even though that I don't have the internet. You know, it's very easy to message my friend that says, you know, that she's in touch with me all the time. You don't think that you can just message my friend and be like, hey, pass this on to Andre? No, none of you did that I know of. Unless that friend held it against me, I don't know. Could have. That's why I don't trust her either. I don't trust anyone right now. Anyone right now could stab me in the back. Anyone could make me say something and get me into more trouble. Why all this court shit's still going, I'm not going to fucking listen to anybody. You know, my secret life has told me, because I do have a secret life going on right now. And what it's taught me is I don't need anybody. I can get what I want when I want. I can see who I want whenever I want. I can get info on people when I want. Just because I don't see things on my end doesn't mean I don't hear about it. You don't think that in this time I don't know what's on Facebook and Instagram? I don't have internet. I don't go on the internet. I only have one phone, and it's a really shitty one that doesn't even do anything. It's just for ringing and texting. But people tell me what goes on, and I'm kind of glad that I don't have access to internet or Facebook or Instagram, because yeah, this mouth will get me into a lot of trouble right now. And I don't want to get into any more trouble right now until all this shit's done. Because from what I've heard and seen, it's enough to make me vomit. Legit vomit. Like, people are so fake. People are so, you know, the fakeness. The fakeness is just absolutely disgusting, how people can say that they're in relationships, and you look at their relationships and be like, nah, that's not a relationship what you're in. You're using the person. And they're using you for some fucked up reason. I've been through the wars this year. This has been the worst year of my life. Yes, I'll come out of it stronger, wiser. But I'm not going to let people ruin my life anymore. Like, I'm just not going to let it happen. The gloves are off now. If you want to get to my level at the pinnacle of greatness and be with greatness, be with your Prince Charming. Earn it. Make me believe your story. Make me want to believe you want me. It's as easy as sometimes even just buying me a Dr. Pepper cherry, or buying me a Happy Meal, or taking me to a movie, or buying me a cute teddy bear. But if we break up, I'll put it in the fire and burn it. But it's as easy as that. Get my attention. And you may say, oh, but we know what you like girls wearing, Andre. That helps to a standpoint. Anyone can dress up. But if you really want my full attention, do something about it. If you really want a decent guy like me that can make your life so much better, then do it. Don't just say, oh, you're cute, Andre, you're lovely, I need a guy like you. I don't really care about hearing that shit. I've heard it all my life. I've heard it for this year. It means shit. So why not you just do something that will surprise me, shock me in a good way? Then I'll listen. But until you do that, you're not on my level. You need to earn. Because I'm not going to trust you or respect you in any way just because you put on something sexy or, start, holding my hand or giving me cuddles or kisses. Sure, that's nice. But you got to really... It's like that girl was it last year or the year before, where we're on the beach walking hand in hand and she stopped and went, shut up and kiss me. It's stuff like that that took my attention. That girl was amazing. That was the one girl since I've been single was one of the nicest girls I've ever met. And it's a shame that me and her didn't work out because she was very beautiful. She didn't do drugs. She has a job. She's a single mother. I got along with her mum just fine too. So it was like, if I was to be with someone, it would have been with her. And it's just sad that this person didn't give me the opportunity where, we could have made each other happy. It's sad when you think about relationships where there could be really good relationships if the person would just open up their eyes and, give in. I know people say, I don't want to be hurt again. Fuck off. You think I would want to jump into a relationship right now after everything that's happened to me? No. But I don't give up on love, and I'm not just going to let one or two or the last 2 years' experiences get to me. I'm going to keep soldiering on. When more women will come into my life and do the shit that they usually do, use me, abuse me, treat me like shit, and make up shit about me, and then, I'll be back to square one like I am now. Doesn't really bother me. It's their loss. Because if I was a girl and I knew a guy like me, fuck, I'd be trying to do everything in my power to get that guy to notice me. That's what you need to be doing. If you ever thought about dating me or even being a friend of mine has its perks. Think about it. You know my generosity. You know how nice I am. I mean, I dance, I sing, I do poems, I paint fingernails, I open doors, I pull the chair out. I'm very romantic. And in a relationship, I'm faithful. I would protect you with my life. I would put you first before anyone. What girl wouldn't want that? The only thing I don't have right now is a job. And because I'm blacklisted in a few places, it's very hard for me to get a job. And with my health at the moment, it's very hard for me to get a job also because of my health, and being on home D as well doesn't help. But I haven't stopped looking, before all this happened. So I'm just saying, be smart, ladies. Don't be so picky when it comes to guys. Because you've got one right here. Okay, I don't have long hair or buffed abs. Because most girls are very superficial when it comes to that sort of shit. But I'm everything in a guy that a girl would want. And it's just so weird that, you look at these women out there, they're so up themselves because they're like, oh, I'm hot, I'm blonde, I've got a good body, I can get any guy. Yeah, you get any guy, then what happens? They end up cheating on you anyway. They end up hurting you. You don't understand. You get an average guy, it'll work. You get a guy that's all about his looks and buffed and all that, he'll get rid of you. Find someone that is willing to accept you for what's inside and what's out. And someone that doesn't mind if you get fat, or someone that doesn't mind you getting old or grey. Someone that's going to be there for you. Someone that's going to not give up on a relationship. I think people that give up on relationships are pathetic human beings, and they should all be shot. Like, they should never be in a relationship in the first place. I to this day do not understand how, they're so quick to jump into a relationship, but when things get hard, they don't even fight. I've had current ex like that, and I've dated a few people like that. They just give up when things get hard and when they don't get what they want. And that's not a reflect of anyone in particular. That's in general what I've noticed. And, we may have 30 days left of being on home day, maximum 30 days, because I think it's sometime in July. And I don't know how straight away I'm going to adjust to a normal life, having freedom to do whatever I want. I guess having my car again, me driving to places which will probably get me in trouble, is not a good thing, but, so be it. I make my own decisions. I don't know what exactly is installed for me after the end game. Remember, so what you don't notice this. This vid will be first, but there's other vids that I've made before this that will come after. And in every vid, I say there's an end game. The end game is after the core stuff. But there's another thing called after the end game. There's an end game after an end game. When everything goes back to normal, I've decided what I want to do with my life, and it's going to upset everyone. It's going to make people cry. It's going to make people very angry. And it's something that I've decided. I've given it a lot of thought, and it's the only way to make me happy. And it's the only thing that has to happen. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but unless things drastically change, I've pretty much made up my mind on what I'm going to do after the end game. And people are just going to have to learn how to be strong. People are going to have to learn how to suck it up, because I've made a decision, and you have to respect that. And if you don't respect that, then you truly don't care about me or love me. It's not anything that people can change drastically. I think unless I get what I want to happen before that, it is what it is at the end of the day. And I can't give out any clues, because, when this vid gets released, as you're watching this, 30 other vids are going to be getting uploaded to YouTube at the same time. This vid is just to keep you aware of what's about to happen. Those vids contain singing. I did an hour and a half one of singing. It wasn't too bad. Trust me, you enjoy that one. I'm not a singer, but it was pretty good. And my biggest critic of my singing even heard it and said, "You got better." I'm like, yeah. What they also mentioned to me is they like the fact the lyrics, they straight away picked up on the lyrics. Because when you hear the certain songs, you think, that's how Andre's feeling about this subject. Andre's feeling about this subject. You'll get the gist of it. But once all these vids are uploaded to YouTube, like I said, I have to upload 30 plus vids in one day. They all have dates on them, so you know what I was feeling at that time, and you understand what I was going through at that present time. Like, I remember some of the stuff I wrote when I was in jail about what I was going to do after I got out, and yeah, it's I've done what I have to. I've eaten what I wanted to eat when I came out of jail. I've watched what I wanted to see, like the movies. I had a list of movies I wanted to see. I'm all up to date with that. Like I said, it was nice hooking up with Millie for a while, and now she's gone. I don't think I'll see her again because I don't trust her. I think I was getting used in some way. And the other one that came over once or twice, I want nothing to do with her because she stabbed me in the back. And I told my parents their biggest mistake was putting that person back into my life because I didn't want anything to do with them for the last couple of years for a reason, because they're the most immature person I've ever met in my whole life. And yeah, like that's all I'm going to say on that subject. So I'm going to go watch the end of Wayne's World. I watched a bit of Austin Powers today. It's a Mike Myers night. Definitely going to watch the second Wayne's World after. I'm going to hop into bed because fucking that heater, seriously, it's fucked. And like I make these silly comments and gone. I don't think I'll see her again because I don't trust her. I think I was getting used in some way. And the other one that came over once or twice, I want nothing to do with her because she stabbed me in the back. And I told my parents their biggest mistake was putting that person back into my life because I didn't want anything to do with them for the last couple of years for a reason, because they're the most immature person I've ever met in my whole life. And yeah, like that's all I'm going to say on that subject. So I'm going to go watch the end of Wayne's World. I watched a bit of Austin Powers today. It's a Mike Myers night. Definitely going to watch the second Wayne's World after. I'm going to hop into bed because fucking that heater, seriously, it's fucked. And like I make these silly comments in my vids, when you see them, I always make the comment, fuck, I wouldn't want to be in someone's shed right now in a car. Or I wouldn't want to be on a couch. You'll hear that a lot. It's a joke that I've got going in a lot of my vids, you'll notice. You'll hear me talk about Millie a lot because she's been my friend for 10 plus years, and you know, I always dreamed about hooking up with her, and when it happened, it was like, what a wonderful kiss. Best kiss I've had this year. She was very warm and kind. It was like having a girlfriend when she was here. Like I said, fell asleep in my arms, cuddled, kissed. It was something really nice. And when I knew that she stabbed me in the back, I was like, no, don't need that person in my life anymore. And I got rid of her last night because it was a text message she sent me the other night that I looked and went, fuck you. Like, you may think, what was the message about? I'm not going to discuss the message, but what she didn't realize is she should, before she sends a text, word it properly and, you know, not make it sound like an insult. Because what it was referring me to, I did not like. It was like a big fuck you to my face. How dare you think that way of me? How dare you think that I'm putting on an act of sorts? Because at the end of the day, I don't sugarcoat things. If I'm pissed off, I'm pissed off. If I'm upset, I'm upset. I'm never to play a victim because I don't like people who play the victim. The old victim card make people feel sorry for that person. What happened to me? I don't want people to feel sorry for me. Fuck no. I don't want to play the victim. At the end of the day, I got fucked over. I got hurt. And that's the gist of it. You know, my parents, you know, through this have been, yes, I guess supportive. But they could have done a lot more for my mental health, but they didn't. There's a lot they could have done to help me. But the way they treated me since I got out of jail, they treated me like a child. And I did not like that. And, you know, I know the consequences. I know what I can and can't do. But when they keep reminding me, making me feel like I'm dumb and stupid, I don't like that. When I don't have their full support, like they really treat me like that I'm a child, I don't like that. At the end of the day, if they weren't around, what would I be doing? Why this court stuff's going on? I stick to the home detention rules. Home detention means, you know, you have an ankle bracelet, you stay in the house, or out on the land. I'm allowed to go outside and all that kind of stuff. Right? I'm aware of that. I'm aware of the no contact rule. I'm aware of that. I'm aware that I'm not allowed to use the internet. Very aware of that. I don't do it. End of story. End of story. You don't need to remind me every constant day, don't fuck up, don't fuck up. Why would I want to fuck up? Not the fact it'll cost you X amount of money, but if I fuck up, I'll go back to jail. Now, do you think for 1 second that I'm going to fuck up just so I can go back to jail? Fuck off. Like, seriously. That's what I hate at the end of the day. Being told, don't do this, don't do that. You're so close to this thing. I'm very aware. I'm not doing anything that I'm not supposed to at the end of the day. And like when this is all said and done, mum and dad saying, like, make sure you don't post this. I'll post whatever the fuck I want. Okay? This isn't my first rodeo. I know what I can and post on YouTube and Facebook. And this goes to anyone that does, do content. As long as you don't name a person in any of your vids, unless it's Donald Trump being a fuckwit, or, or slander someone's name or threaten them, you can post whatever you want. So if you don't like, say, that Vladimir Putin, he deserves to get executed and shot, if you say that, you're allowed to say that. Because, you know who he is and you know what he's like. But you can't just be like, make a vid going, I hate Mel da-da-da-da-da because she was a bitch to me, she was horrible. You can't say that because that's naming someone. You can't go ahead and say that. You can say that, oh, you hate that fucking bitch, she's a fucking slut, she's a fucking whore. You're allowed to say that kind of stuff. You're allowed to say if someone's a cheater, a bitch, an asshole. You can say all that as long as you don't say a name. And if someone thinks you're talking about them, they actually can't do anything about it because they'll say, oh, but that vid's about me. The cops are going to say, your name never got mentioned. That could be referring to anybody. They look at it as, and they only take it serious when there's a threat involved or there's a risk on that person's life. They don't actually are going to be like, oh, that person's saying off, that person's a cheater, that person's a lying whore, whatever. Police are not going to care about that at the end of the day. All they care about is, the name. If there's no name, there's no problems. So, it's like if, for example, someone doesn't like me, they can be like, oh, there's this guy that fucking makes videos on Facebook and YouTube and goes live. He's a fuckwit. He's a fucking loser. He rah, rah, rah. All right, so that could be referring to anybody. Doesn't necessarily involve me. But if I watch it and I go to the cops, oh, that's about me, the cops are going to say, why is it about you? There was no threats in that vid. So they're not going to do anything at the end of the day because there's no threats. It's not defamation. It's different where, when they say the name and say this person does something and it ends up not being true. That's different. But what I've done clearly over the years, and anyone that's seen, okay, so if you think, right, for example, I'm using an example here. So say one of my exes watches one of my vids. So we'll say the ex of 6 years, right? If she goes, oh, well, there's only one ex of 6 years that he's talking about, she could watch my vids as long as I've not said her name or said anything violent against her or threat. That's fine. And the fact that if, one of my exes is watching one of my vids, the cops are going to straight away say, why are you watching his vids? If you want nothing to do with this guy and you don't love him, why are you watching his vids? they'll straight away say that to you. Why are you watching the vids? So that's another reason why, you know, I've had like legit someone I made a vid about, and it's a very famous vid actually, about how someone used me one night and abused me and cheated on me all in one night and slept with someone else. And, you know, that person straight away knew it was about her. But this person always kept going on like social media apps being like, all he does is make videos about me and talks about me behind my back. And it's like, well, get your facts right. I made one vid and you knew what I said in that vid was all true. And actually she admitted to everyone that, oh, it's all true. And it's like, yeah, but you're proud of that? You're proud to say that you ditched me for another guy and fucked him in the same night and you used me to buy you drinks? How do you admit to that? You know, like, how do you admit to that? You know, and stuff like that. And you think, fuck. Because I tell you something, there's a lot that I could say just on the download about a lot of people that are on my Facebook right now, and their partners would be very interested to know what I have to say, what their partners do behind their back. Oh yeah, I legit am shocked. Like, okay, so I can use two examples here. There was one woman I was talking to where she lived in another country, by the way, and she kept sending me photos of herself in her lingerie, showing me her tits, saying she loves me on video streams, like video chats and fucking audio clips. I got all this saved. I wonder how her partner would feel about that. And she's like, oh, if I wasn't with my partner, I'd be with you, even though we're in different countries. Keep that in mind. And, you know, she turned her back on me because she thought I did something I didn't. And behavior like that, you think, fuck, if her partner knew that, you know, what kind of partner is that? Sending photos behind her own partner's back. Like, who does that? A lot of women actually do, surprisingly. They send inappropriate photos to other people when they're in a relationship. And it's happened a lot. It's so fucked. We'll walk. Yeah, like, this has happened at least over the last 2 years since I've been single. A lot of girls do it. I know one that used to video me every fucking night. And I've discussed this in one of my other previous vids. Like, she's got a partner and she's got a kid with this partner, and all she does is video me every single night. And I've seen photos of her, like one was in a bra and panties, another one was her in a shower. And it's like, you're sending me these stuff and doing this while you're in a relationship. Like, how do you do it? And then you have the nerve to say that I'm jeopardizing our friendship by you doing that. Like, a lot of, and it's funny because it's a lot of girls that actually do it with me. Like, a lot of, see, I know this girl in Melbourne, right? That I know that if she was single, she'd come back to Adelaide to be with me. But there's love there. There is love there. I know that there is stuff that she wouldn't want her partner knowing. And, you know, it's really weird that there's a lot of... See, there was a girl one time that I worked with, and she lived with her boyfriend, but she used to catch up with me at nights. She used to walk and come see me. And we hooked up one night. And it's funny because she had a fight with her partner that night. She came here and she ended up sleeping the night here. The thing that it was interesting is she was right standing in this spot. She was undressing and I'm just sitting in the bed. The top goes off. It's like, okay. Then the pants go off and it's like, there she is in her bra and panties. This girl in her bra and panties. And I'm like, fuck. And when she jumped into bed, I was like, the little fella, he boinged. And I looked at her and went and gave her a cuddle and I said, hope you have a lovely sleep. And if you need anything, I'm here for you. Didn't try anything. And then, when I got told the next day that I could have, I was like, fuck. I was like, damn it, I could have actually hooked up with her. Are you serious? Why didn't I? There was many reasons why I couldn't go through with it. It wasn't because she had a boyfriend. It was the fact that I worked with her and it was very awkward the next day, looking at her going, I just saw her in her brown pants and the whole fucking store knew about it. And it's just like, everyone was like, what happened? And it's worse because I worked with her actual her fucking brother at Nightfield, so it made things very awkward. But I wasn't doing anything wrong in that situation. Her and her partner had a fight. She didn't feel safe. At the time I didn't drive, so I walked down and I picked her up. It wasn't far down the road. And yeah, he was being an idiot, driving around the streets trying to find us. He didn't end up finding us. She went to my place, came here, and but the thing is, and I say this with all due respect, the thing with her was there was a bit of an age gap. There was a big age gap. Probably the biggest I've had in my whole life, I think. But she was the one that undressed in front of me. I didn't ask for anything. I was just trying to be a supportive friend. So when, I'm sitting there and she's just robed, it's like, fuck. It's hot. It would have been nice if she had some suspended stockings or something, but I didn't do anything. And I'm proud of myself that it's stuff like that I have the opportunity, but I don't. So I don't take advantage of people. And it's happened all my life. I've really respect women, and I really, I don't look for sex or anything. And if you can think about the girls that I've hooked up with after the 20 odd in the last 2 years, I never wanted a kiss from them. I never wanted sex from them. I just wanted company. I just wanted someone to talk to and a hug. And they were the ones that end up, hooking up with me. I didn't ask for sex, not once. Since my ex of 6 years, I didn't go looking for sex. And I got it lots. I didn't ask for hookups. Like I said, 20 different girls. It's just, there really should be a title belt for that. But they saw something in me and it's like, for example, Millie, for example. I never thought for a million years that I'd even get to passion or kiss. And the first kiss was nice. But then afterwards, the kisses got longer and we started doing more. It's like, wow, I've hooked up with the person I've always wanted to hook up with. Now what? Do I want sex? I don't know. I don't feel sexual anymore in any way. I don't feel like I want it. I mean, would I say no? Probably not. Not with Millie, because she'd probably be the hottest one I've hooked up with this year. That's for sure. Her lips were perfect. She was the best I've ever kissed. There was something in the kiss. Maybe because I waited a long time, but it felt right. And it felt not awkward or anything. And I think, if she just lowered her guard down and really let herself go, we could be really close. Doesn't mean a relationship or anything, but really close. She needs to understand that I'm not like the rest of her crew. I'm very different. She needs a guy like me. in her life. Someone that, I don't do drugs. I don't hang around the wrong sort of people. That's what she needs in her life. Someone that can tell her how beautiful she is inside now. Like, I don't think she realizes how beautiful she is. I think that, when she hears it from a guy, she thinks, oh, it's a guy trying to get down her pants. But she knows when it's said from me, it's coming from my heart. And I think that's why we've had that bond for so long where, I know if I died tonight, she would be really upset. And she might even blame herself partly because she hadn't been there for me lately, and she, hasn't really been going out of her way for me. Same goes for the other girl. I know that within 2 phone calls, I could call them each back to back. Within 5 minutes, I can make them both cry. Because I'm heartless like that. And sometimes you have to be heartless to get it through people. I'm not in some ways a bad bloke. I just, I don't care sometimes. I can say safely on sometimes I can maybe trust this person, maybe I can, but since all this has gone down, I don't trust anybody. I said to my parents, I don't trust anybody in my family. I don't trust anybody that I know. Because when we're in a relationship and you find out it's a lie, you've been used, and that person never loved you or wanted to be with you, it throws you back. And then in this time, having another friend stab you in the back, it's like, wow. It's really nice to know who's there for you and who's not. Like I said, I blocked every number of my phone so no one can contact me. If I had my old phone, I'd probably do the same too. I don't want anybody contacting me. I don't want anybody talking to me. I'm going to do my own thing for a while, and eventually I will disappear completely. And when I do disappear, everyone will be like, wow, we should have made an effort with Andre while he's still around. It's just the way it is, guys. It's just the way it is. You can't expect to... Yeah, I'm not going to go there. So, yeah, So what you guys are going to learn is most of these vids go for an hour, the ones that I'll be posting after this. Like I said, this will be the first vid. Unless I've said in another vid will be the first. I don't know. But this will probably be the first one I post to Facebook/YouTube to let everyone know that, vids are coming. There's 30-something of them. I will talk to you all in time. I'm not chasing anyone when I get back on Facebook. I'm not going to be like, oh, I missed you. No. I'm going to post this vid to say I'm back. And then what people decide to do afterwards. And like I said, you're not going to be able to catch up all in one day because there is about 30-something vids. And you'll be all like, damn, Andre's done 30-something vids. Yeah, I've done probably even more when it gets to the date. And like I said, they'll all have dates on it. So if you want to, and they're all different. And there's Kid Rocker. Kid Rocker's back. You remember him? The singing one. That was pretty good. I like that one. The title of that called Songs That Remind Me Of, and you may think straight away, oh, it's about one particular person. To be honest, it may look like that, and the way I act in that vid may seem like it, but it's actually referring to a couple of people, and you'll kind of work it out. Like one particular song where I said there was a line where something happened underneath the jetty at the beach or something. That's a line that one person will know. But other ones, like the person may be like, oh, that's not about me, that song. Oh, that's definitely not about me. Oh, but that one was, but that one wasn't. Like you get the gist of it. But at the end of the day, there's safe vids I can post and there's non-safe ones. So The non-safe ones, obviously, I'll post first on YouTube. But the non-ones, I might have to like edit it to like be able to post them, because although I didn't name anyone or say anything nasty, it's still like it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about, and it's like, you know, I don't want it to be that obvious. If I can like cut bits and pieces out of the vid, sure, I would. Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that I said in those non-safe ones where I'm like, ooh. And, you know, judging by, I just got out of jail and I'm, you know, making vids, you'll know straight away, you're like, oh, fuck, he's pissed, he's angry. He's saying what we know Andre to say. Yeah, it's not something you can sugarcoat, because if you knew what happened to me, you'd be like, oh, that's fucked. But really, Andre, that's fucked, because it was. And I've said the story to one or two of my friends, and they're like, serious, that happened to you, Andre? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that's fucked up. And I'm like, yeah, that's really fucked up. And when you tell the story to other people, they think, wow, that's how big of a story I'm hiding. And you will find out. But yes, I'm going to go now because, like I said, I'm absolutely freezing cold. It says it's 35, the temperature. It is not fucking 35 in here. If that's the case, wouldn't I be sweating? Look. I'm going to get them to, like, seriously, get a thermometer in here, because that's not 35 fucking degrees. I'm going to go over there and I bet you it's not even that temperature. Honestly, it's blowing out heat. If you go to the fans, it's blowing out heat. And if you touch it, it's hot. The whole thing's hot. The one before that, you leave it on for an hour. This room was, you'd be like walking around topless. This one here, not so much. I'm like freezing, and I've got a long sleeve on, so like, look how shit the remote is. I wonder what temperature this goes up to. 45. Okay, so apparently I've just set the temperature to 45. Let's see if it works. I bet it probably wasn't. But yeah, it is what it is. Check the four corners of your screen now. You'll see other vids. And yeah, you'll be shocked what I have to say in some of them. So yeah, stay tuned, because shit's about to hit the fan.